Hey, this is Two Chains here, your host for this podcast, highlighting some of the great moments of my high school experience. To get a better visual explanation, I'll use my trusty friend over here. This beautiful whiteboard to display it. How it started. I came into my freshman year fresh off a trip to Virginia, as well as a mohawk. But immediately in my first class, I also had a new name, as Con Curry called me Mark, just because I looked like a Mark. He stuck with it ever until junior year. My high school life was also not like many others. Over the course of 2 different years, we were hit with 3 different storms. Hurricanes Irene and Sandy, as well as the Halloween nor'easter. We lost power and lost weeks of school because of that. I was part of the unified sports teams here at Barlow, both soccer and basketball, for 3 years. I had big roles on both those teams, being the prime goalie for soccer and the prime outside shooter for basketball. It was very fun and team building. Another big part of my high school was I played volleyball for 3 years. I played 2 years on JV and 1 year on varsity. I've made some good plays in all of them. I've made some bad plays in all of them. But one of the plays I'll remember most is the one sophomore year when I almost led a comeback, and I missed a serve against Bassick. It was literally an inch out. I thought it was in, and I thought I was cheering, but it was just out. The Joel Barlow music department was another big thing I was involved in, hence the whiteboard. I played alto saxophone in concert band for 7 semesters, as well as a mix of alto and then tenor in jazz band for 6 semesters. We had many concerts and went on 3 different trips to Walt Disney World in Orlando, to Washington, D.C., and then to Toronto in 3 consecutive years. Music was a lot of fun, and I was even part of the Tri-Am Music Honor Society, and I've been one of the more confident and talented saxophone players here. One thing that really set me apart from a lot of the other seniors is my spirit. I went to a lot of games: football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, lacrosse, but I was also very involved with the Spirit Week and dressed up a lot in a lot of crazy hats, sunglasses, necklaces, shirts, etc. to go with whatever the theme was. But no spirit I ever did was greater than the one I did during the Giants Super Bowl run, which was in my junior year. Ever since they beat the Cowboys at the end of the regular season, I was loaded with Giants gear, tons of jerseys, hats, and Giants colors, and I was even writing negative implications of the other teams that they were playing, such as moldy cheese when they played the Packers, and silver when they played the 49ers. Even after they won, I was loaded up for the next 8 days with all my jerseys, and still decked with everything Giants. An individual accomplishment I like to recognize is my freshman year. I participated in a March Madness bracket. I never won before. I picked Duke, and every one of my friends thought I was very crazy. A lot of the favorites that year were Syracuse and Kentucky, but I ended up being right, winning my first March Madness bracket, and I was proud. One of the weirder things that happened in my high school life was sophomore year we were training to be CPR certified. I actually passed the test, and believe it or not, Miss Fowler lost my certificate and still could never find it. And still I don't have one. The biggest surprise of my senior year, however, was shortly into it. I just recently gotten these chains as birthday gifts. And I was talking with my boy Sonny in the hallway. He turns around, looks at the chains, and he goes, "Two chains!" Takes a picture of them and posts it all over social media sites. From this day on, I've been known as Two Chains. It's made me more popular than even kids I didn't know before, and now I'm very well known in a lot of grades. Most people look forward to prom by the end of their senior year. My prom story was a little weird, as I've asked many times, and I got rejected 6 times despite all my creativity. But then an amazing surprise occurred. I was walking to my period 5 study hall just expecting to have a good old chat with those seniors that are usually in period 5. Instead, Miss Skalkos was outside Commons, saying she had to help me with an art project. But instead of me helping her with an art project, she directed me to a table where my friend Amanda Preston was waiting. She had 3 little containers. I wasn't sure what it was. Was it a gift? Was she paying me money? But instead, she took out these 3 bronze coins. And that's how I got to go to prom. Prom was a very fun time, and I will never forget that, and I still have the coins with me. Thank you, Amanda. I conclude my podcast of my diverse, entertaining, sportsy, and fun Barlow life. And thank you for making it a great experience, everybody.